My name is Andy Smith and I'm part of a student-led society at the University of Glasgow called Handprints eNABLE Scotland, and what we do as a society is we produce prosthetic hands for people with limb deficiencies. So we take a recipient into the university who has a limb deficiency, and we take some measurements of the limb, and we go away and we use an open source design from eNABLE Scotland, and we produce a prosthetic which meets the requirements that the recipient needs. And then eventually we get to a stage where we're able to hand that prosthetic over to the recipient and they go away with hopefully a nice new hand. Tend to grow out of them as quickly as you grow out your shoes, so that is dependent on the child, sort of how quickly they grow, but we tend to go by how quickly they grow out of their shoes as how long our prosthetics are going to last, and we'll follow the child through up to a point where they're able to receive a prosthetic on the NHS. And I think as a society we can engage with the public and sort of reduce the amount of stigma around people with prosthetics. By explaining our design process and how we produce these prosthetics, we're able to make members of the public aware that these things are pretty common. There's nothing to be ashamed about in having a limb deficiency, and that it's actually quite a cool thing to get involved with, producing these prosthetics, and it's quite a cool process. We'll have a couple of things at Curiosity Live. We'll have a 3D scanner and we'll be showing people how we take measurements using the 3D scanner. We'll also have disassembled hands which people can assemble, and that's just illustrating part of our design process. And we'll also have hands adapted for people who don't have limb deficiencies, so they can get an idea of what it's like to use a hand if you did have a deficiency. I think people are going to be intrigued to the design process and how we're able to help people. I think that's probably the most intriguing part, but also seeing the people that we have helped, we're able to talk a wee bit about them, and I think that intrigues people because it's something that's quite tangible. A lot of people know a lot of people with limb deficiencies, that they're able to relate to the work that we do. We're funded primarily by bake sales and the occasional grant from the university which we apply to. We apply to as many grants as possible to keep our society going. But a lot of sort of in-house fundraising, pub quizzes, bake sales, and the occasional grant is how we're funded. I believe we're in the process of setting up a Virgin funding page or a Just Giving page on our Facebook page. So if you want to like us on Facebook, it's Handprints eNABLE Scotland. And there should be something on that in the near future if you fancy giving a spare £1 or £2. So at the moment we're looking for anyone who may be interested in receiving a wee prosthetic. So if you are interested, you could send us a message on Facebook or drop us an email.